What's happening, YouTube? It's Dylan here. Just want to talk to y'all about confidence today on this semen retention. It's one of the most powerful things on earth, being confident. We all need it. We all want it. We know women love it. We love when women are confident. Bosses, employers, they love it when you're confident. Everybody just want to be confident, man. That's what we all want. But we're not always that. Sometimes we lack that shit. We have anxiety. We get in our heads. Let me tell you, man, I'm on day 15 right now, and my confidence is already through the roof. I dead ass could walk outside naked right now and wouldn't have a problem with it, besides the fact that it's illegal. I get arrested, but if it wasn't illegal, I would have no problem. And it's cold out. So I'd be shriveled up and I still wouldn't give a fuck. I feel amazing. Like today, for example, man, I got a haircut with a new barber. All right. I normally go out to these Spanish barbers, but I've been growing out some waves. I've been brushing up. I've been do-ragging it, growing waves. It's my little thing I've been doing. And, I was like, I got to go to a black barber, man. I got to switch it up. And so went to this barber shop down the street. Some older gentlemen, as soon as I walk in, man, it was like immediately the energy was on point. They're immediately chopping it up with me. I'm chopping it up back. I had a little college t-shirt that I used to go to, and one of the guys was like, "Oh, you went to that college? My son went there, blah, blah, blah." And, I found my barber. He sat me down, and like immediately we're just talking back and forth. Like it's like butter. We just smooth conversation. Where you from? Oh, I'm from here, blah, blah, blah. What brings you to Houston? What do you like about Houston? He's immediately talking to me. Now, mind you, I don't know if you guys are like this with your barbers and shit, but I've always been the type to just like keep the conversation to a minimum. Okay. Especially with new barbers. I don't really, what are we talking about, man? Like I'll do the basics, I'll talk, and then like I'll try to keep the conversation out and let's just focus on this haircut, man. Let me take a little nap or something, But today, man, we just chopping it up, and I'm really interested in what he's talking about, and he's telling me deep shit about like what's going on with the city and just like shit's happening, all this weird shit's happening, and he's just telling me about it, and I'm telling him about the shit that's happened to me since I've lived here for the past 3 years. And we're just going back and forth, and the conversation was so smooth, and I wasn't even thinking about it. Like normally I'm in my head about shit. I'm overthinking, like I get an attitude, like, oh God, but it's just like I'm here, you know what I'm saying? Why not get to know this guy? He's a cool gentleman. You know what I'm saying? He's an older guy, you know what I'm saying? I can learn something from him. So we just chopping it up, and he learned some things about me, and I learned some shit about him. And it was like the smoothest conversation, as if I knew this dude for like 10 years, bruh. It was so dope. And like I got his, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna keep going to him because he did a pretty good job. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've been working on waves, my wave game. You know what I'm saying? I like the cut. So, but I felt so good both coming into it and walking out of that shop. And yeah, man, I feel amazing as far as like what I feel capable of, if that makes sense, right? So that's what confidence is all about. You want to be sure of yourself when it comes to certain stuff. We all love confidence. Who doesn't? You know what I'm saying? That's one of those things I've struggled with most of my life. I'd say well into middle school and beyond, even into my adulthood. I've struggled with confidence, with comedy. Confidence is super important. Like especially on stage, the crowd can sense it when you're not confident. Ever since I've been doing this retention shit, I can look at a comedian and I can tell he ain't confident. I can just sense it. And I know the crowd can sense it, but not as much as me. It's almost excruciating, if that's the word I'm looking for. It's blaring, it's loud. It's like, damn, this motherfucker really ain't confident. He ain't sure of himself. And so it's a beautiful thing, man. If you guys are lacking confidence in anywhere in your life, I'm telling you, man, stop busting nuts. I mean, if you're on this channel watching me, subscribe, you should already be on retention. But if you're thinking about it, you're on the fence, man, just try it out. That shit, your confidence is going to go through the roof. And it's like a domino effect with everything else in your life, because confidence it's going to be healthy for you. It's one less thing you got to think about, one less headache you got to deal with in life. It's being anxious and unsure of yourself. Like, nobody wants to be around somebody who's constantly in their head and overthinking shit. You know, I've mentioned this before, but like in the book, The Fifth Agreement, or The Four Agreements, they mention that everybody's in their own head, and everybody assumes shit, right? That's where people get in trouble. My ex-girlfriend used to always say, don't assume, you make an ass out of you and me. Oh, that old corny ass shit, but it makes sense, because you're making an ass out of yourself, assuming shit that ain't even true. When you're confident and you're just in your own world and you're just living in the truth of what's going on, instead of just making up these stories in your head, everything is just flowing, because you're not, this dark cloud is not in your head. This negativity of this bullshit that whatever story you're telling yourself is not existing anymore. You're just existing in the now of what's really happening, and not letting all this bullshit get in the way of enjoying your day, enjoying the moment. So let me just tell you, man, if you guys are lacking confidence, man, retain and watch the beauty, man. Like I said, I'm on day 15. I'm 2 weeks in. You know, in about a week from now, it's going to be a record for me. 22 days. And that's little shit. I'm not going to sit here and celebrate it, because I'm trying to go long distance. I'm going to chop it up on day 30. I'm going to check in with y'all on that, celebrate that. That's a pretty big milestone, going a month. But I ain't busting nut all month, man. And I feel amazing. I feel like a superhero on the come up. You know what I mean? I'm excited, man, like I said. But that's it, man. Y'all just keep your head up and get out your head. Live in the moment, man. Be sure of what you're about. You know, you're here for a reason. Just remember that, man. Your parents might have fucked on accident, and you're just an accident. A lot of people are accidents. But you're here alive, and it's for a reason, man. So be proud of that. You know what I'm saying? That's all. Like, just be proud of the fact that you're here, man, and make the most of it. Only you are in your head. Get out your head. Stop busting nuts, all right? But that's it, man. I appreciate y'all watching, man. Leave a quick like, comment down below what you thought, subscribe. Hit me up on Instagram and Twitter at Dylan Chillin'. I get back on all my DMs, man, and I'm gonna holler at y'all next time. Blessings.